Perfect. So we're gonna start with some mobility. So you can start with standing up. So we're gonna start with just forward and reverse arm circles. So I want you to do these nice and slow. I want you to start little circles, just forward. Okay, and then I want you to get a little bit bigger, so going into medium circles. As you're doing these circles, think of pulling your arms in towards your side so that you're not just putting your arms in a circle, but you're increasing the tension in your lats and your shoulders, and you're really opening the arms nice and slow, and then get bigger. Now I want you to get really big circles. So you're still going forward circles, big, 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 even bigger now. Now this is where we're working through the mobility and that shoulder. So try and really open it up. And even if you have to go a little bit slower, that's okay. Open it up, good. And now from here, I want you to do reverse circles. So you're gonna start big and we're gonna work our way down to smaller circles. So you might feel that fatiguing in the shoulders. And go more medium circles. Really keeping that tension on. Okay, and then nice and small. Good, and then from here, I want you to do inchworms. We're gonna do 6 of these. So you're gonna start tall. Okay, you're gonna bend at the hips or at the waist and walk yourself out. You're gonna move into a high plank. From here, hold for 2 seconds, and then bring yourself back up to starting. Reach up to the sky, and back down to inchworm. When you get into that high plank, really bring the belly button up. Hold the core. Three. Let's do 3 more. Make sure that when you're going into that high plank that your hands are going right in front of your shoulders. And as you come up, take a deep breath. Squeeze the glutes at the top and then back into it. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more inchworm. And reach up to the sky. Good, next one we're gonna do is a glute complex. So you're gonna go kneeling on your hands and knees. Okay, this is gonna to warm up the glutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with fire hydrants or hip abduction. So you're on your knees and your hands, knees right under hips, hands right underneath shoulders. So fire hydrants, you're gonna do a hip abduction, so bringing the leg away from the body, okay, and then back to midline. So I don't want you to, I only want you to pick up your legs so that you know that your hips are staying square, okay? So you're gonna do 10 out to the side. 2, squeeze the glute as you bring up the leg. 3, 4, again, we're doing 10 of these. 5, 6, stay in control of that left leg or whichever leg is down. Okay, 2 more, 9, and 10, good. Now from this position, you're gonna use that same leg that you just did fire hydrants, extend the leg all the way out. So that knee is gonna be straight, and you're gonna do 1, so you're gonna bring your heel up towards the ceiling, toe taps the ground, and back up. Okay, we're doing 10 of these. So that's 3, 4, your low back shouldn't be moving at all. It should just be coming from your glute. So you're going into that hip extension. Okay, 6, 7, really think of squeezing the glute. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then the last one of the glute complex for this side is going to be bent knee. Foot is going to be nice and flat. Think of it having a tray of drinks on your foot. Okay, and you're going to pulse up. Okay, we're doing 10 of these. So you're pulsing the bottom of the foot up towards the ceiling. 4, 5, 6. It's gonna start to burn if it hasn't already. 8, 9, and 10. Good, and bring it back down. Now we're doing it all on the other side. If you need to just give your wrists a little twist here, just to loosen them up before you go back into it. So fire hydrants, first one, okay? So get into that ready position and start with fire hydrants. So hip abduction, going up to the side. 2, 3, again, making sure that your hips are nice and square to the ground and that you're not rocking through it. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, good. Extend that knee all the way out, straighten that leg. Okay, and up, 1, toe touches the ground on this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep the core on, 6, 7, lead with the heel, 8, 9, 10, good, bend the knee, foot's nice and flat, think of the tray of drinks, and push up, 1, 2, 3, squeeze the glute, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Again, you can shake out the wrists a little bit, and we're gonna go into the next one here. So we're gonna do a forward lunge with twist. So, a couple different options for these ones. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lunge all the way forward. If you can, put both hands on the ground, right beside your foot. We'll back up here. Right beside, so my right foot forward, and then from here you're going to rotate and rotate to your right side. Keep the hands down, put the right foot back, left foot comes forward, and twist. Okay, if that one feels good for you, keep going with that one. You're not gonna stand up in between. You're just gonna keep going. If that's too deep for you, go into a forward lunge and twist to the side. Okay, so you're just not going down as deep into that lunge, but keep going if this one feels good for you. Remember to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're really just opening up the hips here and warming up the shoulders and the T-spine, the upper back. Do one more here on either side. Good. You can stand back up. Okay, and then the last one for our mobility is plank rockers. So you're gonna be in a high plank. Okay, you're gonna be on your toes and on your wrists. And then from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna drive your foot forward. So you're pivoting on your toes, and you're gonna come back to regular position. Bring yourself forward and back. So this one, I really just want you to focus on keeping your back straight. Everything's nice and straight, but core's on, and you're bringing yourself back and forth. Okay? If you want, if you feel like your wrists are feeling a little fatigued, go down to your elbows. And you can do the same thing. You're rocking forward and back. Let's do 3 more here, nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. You can come up, back up to your feet, and we're gonna go into the warm-up. So we're gonna do 6 exercises for the warm-up, each for 30 seconds. So we'll go to 6-minute warm-up here. So jumping jacks is gonna be our first one. So 30 seconds of jumping jacks, okay? And I will count you out here. Get ready, 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks, go. If you need a substitution for the jumping jacks to keep it more low impact, okay, you can bring the foot out as you bring the arms up. Or right into those jumping jacks. Keep going. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. The next one you're gonna do is a body weight squat, but I want you to bring your arms up above overhead. So What I need is arms up, okay? And you're gonna squat down and back up. Squeeze, squat down, back up, squeeze. So keep using the arms up. 30 seconds, ready? And go. So the arms being up here, and if you have restrictions in your lats and the sides here, it's gonna want to pull you forward. That's okay. If it does, that's okay. But we really want to open up the shoulders. Do these while also warming up the glutes and the legs. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Good. High knees for 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds, high knees. 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, if you need a more low impact option for this, drive the knee up. Drive the knee up. As you're doing this, use the core. Good. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You're going to go down to the ground, hold a plank for 30 seconds. So we're warming up the core. I really want you to build up the tension in the core as you do this. So going down to the ground, you can do it from your elbows, you can do it from your hands. Doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1, go. Holding that plank. So just like in our mobility part, everything's nice and straight. Everything should be aligned. Make sure those elbows are right underneath the shoulders or hands are right underneath the shoulders. Good. You got 10 more seconds. Keep holding it. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back up to your feet. The next 2, reverse lunges. We're going to make these a little bit quicker. So I'm going to do left foot forward, right leg back. Okay, you're going to bring the right leg back, drive it up. Okay, we're doing all one side for 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you can do these as slow or as fast as you want, but just make sure that you're doing them properly. So you're driving your weight through your front leg. You're using that back leg for balance and stability. Squeeze the glute as you come up. So you're pushing your weight through your heel. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and switch sides, whichever one you didn't start with. Okay, 3, 2, 1, back into it. Go. Good. Keep going. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab a drink of water. We're going to go through those ones again. So we'll do them a little bit quicker this time. So we're going to start with jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Okay. So let's start in 5 seconds. Get ready in that jumping jack position. 3, 2, 1. Go. 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Again, that low impact option out to the side as you bring the arms up. Nice job, everyone. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Arms above, body weight squats. 30 seconds. Nice and slow. As you come up out of the body weight squat, reach for the sky. Reach, squeeze glutes. Keep going, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, high knees, right into high knees. Okay, go. Drive the knees as high as you can go. You got 10 more seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, down to plank hold. Okay, holding that plank from hands or elbows, 30 seconds. Go ahead. Good. You're gonna keep everything aligned. Bringing belly button up towards the sky, good. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, good, back up to your feet. Last 2 exercises for a warm up. Reverse lunge, so left leg forward, right leg back, drive through. Okay, go, 30 seconds. Take a breath in as you're in your lunge position. As you drive the knee, exhale. So breathe in and out. You'll keep your breathing pattern there. 10 more seconds. Nice job, nice job. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Right into the other side. Last one for our warm up. Go. Good. You guys have 10 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Grab some water, and I'm going to explain the first exercise. Okay, so as you guys are grabbing water, if you have your dumbbells, you can grab them. So the first exercise, what you're gonna do is if you have dumbbells, you're gonna keep your dumbbells up at your shoulders. Okay, so they're not facing out like this, like palms aren't facing forward, but palms are facing each other. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your squat, you're gonna stay low and go into a reverse lunge, come back up to your squat, stay low, reverse lunge, back up to your squat, and if you have your dumbbells, press them up. Okay, if you don't have your dumbbells, that's okay. You can still do the press up, just body weight. Okay, so squat low, reverse lunge, and press. So we're going for 40 seconds. Okay, so everybody get into that position, and I've got a timer here today. So I'll count you down here in 3, 2, 1, and go. 40 seconds. Okay, so I'll remind you, stay low, reverse lunge, stay low, reverse lunge, come back up and press. Bring those weights back down to your shoulders and go back into the reverse lunge. Stay low, press. $15 more seconds. If you don't have the dumbbells, that's okay. Same thing. Stand. 5 seconds. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Okay, and take a rest for 20. So you're gonna go down to the ground, and we're gonna do Supermans. Okay, so your hands are in front of you, your legs are behind you. You're gonna pick up your head so that it's neutral. So neutral spine, meaning you're not extending your neck looking up, you're looking down the ground. You're gonna pick your arms and legs at the same time and drop them back down. Okay, so you're going for 40 seconds. Again, I'll start it. 3, 2, 1, go. So with these ones, trying to look down at the ground. Don't extend the neck at all. Okay, and then as you pick your legs and arms up, try and do them at the same time. Squeeze the glutes and the low back. Good, and as you're bringing your arms up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. I know it's a lot of things to think about, basically just increasing tension as you bring the legs and the arms up. Good, you got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1, good. Take a break, 20 seconds. Next one, you're gonna do bear crawl to plank. So you're in bear crawl position. Give yourself a little bit of room behind you. Okay, from here, you're gonna bring your foot out, hold the high plank, bring the knees back in. Closer your knees are to your hands, the harder it's gonna be. Okay, for 40 seconds. Ready? Down on the ground. 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're bringing knees up, right underneath hips, and then bring them all the way back. Okay, hold that high plank, bring them up. Good. So when you're on that 3 point, as you're bringing your foot up and back, you're gonna be on 3 points, your hands and then your one foot. Really try and drive your weight through that one foot to allow your hips to stay stable so that they're not falling from side to side. There, that looks really good. 10 seconds. Nice job, keep going. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, come back up to your feet. We're gonna go back into those low squat reverse lunges with press. Okay, so I'll give you guys 15 seconds here. Grab your weights if you have them. And we're starting back up at the top again. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. 40 seconds. Okay, stay low. Reverse lunge, up and press. Nice job. When you're driving up, drive the arms up, but try and keep them right above your head. You don't want the weights going back. It's not good for your back. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Dumbbells can go down to your stomach, Supermans. Okay, down to your stomach. You got 5 more seconds. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Head neutral. Arms and legs come up at the same time and they go down at the same time. Breathing with this one, breathe in as your hands and legs are down. As you come up, breathe out. You can increase the speed a little bit as long as you're keeping tension on. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bear crawl to plank. So you're back up on your hands and knees. Okay, you got 10 more seconds. Get into that ready position. 3, 2, 1, and go. Hands are underneath shoulders. Knees close to the ground as you possibly can. And as you move through this one, as you go from bent knee all the way to extended knee, try and keep your upper body and your core as still as you possibly can. Try not to move it at all. You're gonna really recruit your core muscles while you're trying to keep yourself still on top. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good. Grab some water. So we're only doing that one twice, so we're gonna go into our second circuit. So grab grab some water and I'll explain the first one. Okay, so since we're doing these ones twice through, we're gonna start with a single leg glute bridge. So just remember which side you're doing, because the second time through, you're gonna do the opposite side. So single leg glute bridge, laying down on your back, one foot on the ground, the other leg just up in the air nice and straight. Okay, you're gonna put your arms out to the side. You're gonna press your weight through that heel and drive your hips up. Back down, drive your hips up. So you're only doing it on one side for that right now. If you want, you can even grab a weight and put it on that side that you're pressing up, if you want a little bit more of a challenge. So for 40 seconds, so just remember which leg you're starting with. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So try and find a good position for that foot that's on the ground. If you feel like you have a really intense stretch through your quads as you're pressing up, move your foot a little bit further in front of you. You'll feel it less in your quad and more in your hamstring or your glute. And really squeeze. So this one should be done pretty slow. So you're going up and squeeze and then slow down, almost like a 2-1 count as you come down. So up, squeeze, 2, 1, down. Up, squeeze, 2, 1, down. Good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stand up on your feet. Okay, next one you're gonna do is bicycle. So you're gonna go down to your back again. You're gonna do core exercise. So for 40 seconds, bicycles. Hands are behind your head and you're reaching across, right elbow to left knee, okay, and across. So really, I want you to turn your whole upper body from side to side when you do these. It shouldn't just be your elbows moving. Okay, 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So really turn your upper body, bring that elbow right across your body. Get a breathing pattern down with this one. In through the nose, out through the mouth. There should be no space in your low back. Well done, 10 more seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Good, flip over so that you're in mountain climber position. So this one, you're gonna do 4 mountain climbers and 1 push-up. So you're driving your knees up, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can widen your arms as needed and push up, back into mountain climbers, okay? And push up. So just remember that pattern, 4 to 1. Okay, 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So with the mountain climbers, keep the butt down, back straight. With the push-ups, if you feel like it's too hard from your toes, drop down to your knees, okay? Drop down to your knees, and then pop back up to your toes to do the mountain climbers. And drive down. Ten more seconds. Go on, keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're gonna start back up to the top again. So going back to that single leg glute bridge. So just remember, what leg did you do first? You're gonna do the opposite of this one. Okay. So everybody get ready on your back, legs straight. 3, 2, 1, and go. Press up, back down. Nice and slow, squeeze at the top. 2, 1, down. Up, squeeze, 2, 1, down. Breathe in as you come down. Breathe out as you push up. Breathe in and out. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. So bicycles is the next one. So get ready on your back again. Hands behind your head. Knees are flexed, 90 degrees to start. We're gonna start in 5. So really try and bring your body across. 3, 2, 1, go. Doesn't have to be fast. No space in between your low back and the ground. Push it down. No space. Good, 15 seconds. Well done, keep going. 3, 2, and 1, good. You're gonna flip over mountain climbers to that push-up. 4 mountain climbers, 1 push-up. Okay, so get ready on your hands. We're gonna start here in 3, 2, 1, go. 4 mountain climbers, 1 push-up. Jab those knees, keep going. Make sure those hands are right underneath the shoulders. You don't want them too far in front. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, take a little break. I've got a finisher plan for you guys. So it's a 4-minute finisher. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have 30 seconds doing the exercise, and then I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to just transition to the next one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the 4 exercises that I have. So the first one is jump squats. So I think we did these last week. So you're going down into your squat, pop it back up. As high as you can go for the 30 seconds. Low impact, body weight squat, okay? Plank reach outs is your second one. So you can be on your hands or on your elbows. If you're on your elbows, it's gonna be a little bit tougher. Okay, and you're reaching out and back in. Keeping the hips as stable and square to the ground as possible. Toe taps, this one's gonna give you a little bit of a break. So you're gonna tap your toes out in front of you, okay? And then the fourth one, alternating leg switches. Again, another core one. So here, head up, shoulders are off the ground, drop the leg, okay? So you're gonna do each of them for 30 seconds, and I'm gonna remind you what to do as we go through them. So we're starting with jump squats for 30 seconds. Okay, so get ready. Everybody good? All right, 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, go. Jump squats or body weight squat for low impact, okay? With the body weight squat, make it a little bit quicker if you can. Okay, squeeze the glutes to the top. Bring the hands back, just as if you were going into the jump squat without the jump. 10 more seconds. Quads are gonna be burning, keep going. 3, 2, 1, you got 10 seconds, down to the ground, plank reach outs from your hands or your elbows. Okay, get ready, it's gonna be quick. 3, 2, 1, go, plank reach outs. Whether you're doing from the elbows or the hands, make sure your body's right over top. And the hips are staying square to the ground. When you keep them square, you're gonna engage your obliques way more. 3, 2, 1, good, take 10 seconds. Toe taps, so you're coming back up to your feet. You're tapping your toes in front of you. Okay? 3, 2, 1, and go. So think of this as a little bit of a recovery. Keep breathing. Toes are being tapped out in front, and arms can move for momentum. Ten seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Good. Back down to the floor. Alternating leg switches. Okay? Head is up, shoulders are up. You're dropping each leg by itself. Ready? And go. You can put your hands underneath your glutes for more low back support, or they can go out to the side. Push that low back into the ground. If you can bring your heel all the way to the ground, that's okay. Just bring it halfway. Keep going. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back up to your feet. Grab some water. We're going to do that again. Start with jump squats. Okay, you can keep moving while we just wait for everybody to get ready. All right, jump squats, 30 seconds. We're only doing this one more time, so make it count. 3, 2, 1, go. As high as you can. Really push off the toes. Nice soft landing as you come down. I bring my hands in front as I'm down, and I swing them back as I jump up. Helps with the momentum of the exercise. Keep going, high as you can. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, plank reach outs. Right down to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Go. Remember to breathe with this one. If it becomes too much, just hold a plank. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Get back up to your feet. And those toe tap outs. Okay? Ready? And go. Tap the toes out. Pick a spot in front of you. Ten seconds. Keep going. Three, 2, 1. Down to the ground. Last one. Alternating leg switches. Head off the ground, shoulders off the ground. Ready? 30 seconds. Go. Last 30 seconds, last exercise. Make it count. Hold the core in. You got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Well done. So we'll go down through cool down. I'll take like 5 minutes or so here. So you can stand up. We're going to start on our feet. Okay, we're going to start with hamstring sweeps. So let's start with your right leg, go forward, heel come up, or heel on the ground, toes come up. Okay, bend at the waist or at the hips. Sweep through, nice and slow. And alternate. Bring left foot forward, heel goes down, toes come up, sweep through. And we're gonna just keep switching here. Go nice and slow. You'll feel a good stretch through your calf and your hamstring. Big, deep breath in and out. Do one more each per side. Good. You're going to widen your stance. We're going to stretch out the adductors, the groin. Okay, you're going to rock over to one side. Keep your hands out in front of you. And out to the side, the other side. Okay, so you're letting all your weight go onto that one leg that's bending so that the other leg can get that good stretch on the inside. Nice and slow, deep breaths in and out. Good, we'll do 2 more on either side. 1 more on either side. Good, so you're gonna go down to the ground. We're gonna do another version of the adductor rock. So you're gonna put your hands out in front of you. You're gonna be on your knees, and then you're gonna bring one leg out to the side. So I'm gonna bring my right leg out to the side. Okay, knees bent, it's right underneath me. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna bend this knee, the left knee, rock back. You can bring your head down, and then rock forward. So you're gonna feel that stretch again on the adductors of the inside of the leg. So just do this one nice and slow. We do 6 rocks per side. That's 2, 3. Just work in a range that's comfortable, that you feel that stretch. 4, 5, and 6. Good. And switch legs. So you're going to bring that right leg back underneath you and the left leg out beside you. Okay, and then bend that right knee. You're going to rock back. So bring your hips back. Bring your chest forward as you rock forward. And just slow down your breathing pattern. That's 3. We'll do 3 more. 2 more. 2. And 1. Good. So now you're going to bring yourself all the way down to the ground. We're going to do a 90-90 to stretch the glutes. So you're going to bring your one leg. I'm bringing my right leg right in front of me, and my left leg's going out to the side. So you got a 90-degree angle between both your hips, and then make sure your knees are at 90 as well. Okay, so to stretch the glute, we're going to bend forward over top of that right leg. So you can put your hands in front of your leg or beside, whatever your flexibility allows, and bring your chest towards that right knee. Okay, and then if you have more flexibility, come down to your elbows and bring your chest all the way down. If you stop up here because you feel a good stretch, that's good, just hold it there. And adjust your leg as needed if you're getting any pinching in the front of your hip flexors. And just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, and then switch sides. So you're gonna bring left leg forward, right leg goes up to the side. Again, make sure at 90 degrees. Okay, and then bring your chest forward into your left knee. Again, positioning your hands where you're feeling that good stretch, and then bring yourself forward. And you're gonna feel that stretch in the glute and the hip. Bring it as far as you feel that you're getting a good stretch out of it. Keep holding. And then we're gonna go into upward dog. So you're gonna start here on your knees and your hands again. You can bring your hands out a little bit further ahead of you, so they don't have to be right underneath your shoulders. What you're gonna do is you're going to extend your knees, so you're gonna straighten your legs. You're gonna bring your head up, and then you're gonna bring your chin up towards the ceiling. Try not to let yourself rock down into your shoulders. You really wanna push through the ground and open up the chest, open up the core, and bring the chin up. Okay? From here, we're gonna come back up, and we're gonna go into cat-camel. So you're gonna round your upper back, your T-spine. Okay, really push up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to arch your low back and bring your chin up. Okay, come back into that neutral tabletop position. Bring your hands forward. We're going back into upward dog. Extend the knees. Bring the hips down to the ground. Push through the floor. Open up the chest. Open up the core. And bring the chin up. So you'll feel stretch through your hip flexors as well with this one. Maybe at the very top of your quads as well. Okay, come back up to tabletop position, and we're gonna do cat-camel one more time. So really bring the T-spine up, round it, tuck the chin. Okay, arch the low back, bring the chest up. And breathe out. Good, and then from here, last one, we're gonna rock back. So you're gonna bring your hips back into your heels. We're gonna go into child's pose. Bring your hands forward and let your head hang in between your shoulders. 3 deep breaths in and out here, and this will be our last one. Good, and then bring yourself forward, and we're done. Well done, everyone. I'll just stop the recording and unmute everyone.